In this video, I'm going to show you how to wire an electrical outlet from an existing outlet.
Hi, I'm Darius of diypowercouple. Welcome to our channel.
We were getting new appliances and updating our laundry room when we realized the existing outlet was going to be too far from our new washer. Since it's unsafe to use an extension cord on a big appliance, we had to add an outlet to the back of the room, and I'm going to show you how we did it.
Let's get into it.
First, we took this plug-in voltage tester and checked that the existing outlet we were going to pull from was wired correctly. This lighting pattern shows that the original outlet is wired correctly.
When it lights up, these two will light up.
We also used this non-contact voltage tester to check the power. By using these, you can eliminate some of your fear around electrical work. And we want our new outlet to be right here. Step 1. Turn off the power at the circuit breaker. We're going to do this DIY project in 6 steps. Here's a list of tools and things you may need for this DIY project. Step 2. Remove the faceplate and pull out the electrical box. I did this part off camera. We're using a cordless, battery-powered, oscillating multi-tool. This tool will help widen the drywall hole just a bit to remove the electrical box. I'm cutting the wires on the back of this old cream receptacle to replace it with a new white one. There's 2 primary ways to attach or remove wires from a receptacle. For this project, it's easier to just cut them off. Now we're going to use this pry bar to remove the electrical box. The pry bar helps if you have a box that is attached to a stud behind the drywall. Since this electrical box and house are very old, I'm going to remove this electrical box piece by piece, and that's because it keeps breaking apart. We're working to remove the old electrical box from the stud and metal holder so we can replace it with a new one. Step 3. Mark placement, cut opening, and feed cable. This is a 48-inch I-beam level. In the laundry room, this is where you want to take your time and mark the right location. Remember, the straighter you are, the better it'll be. So that you can get a complete visual, here's a diagram of how your pipe could look behind the wall. Make light cuts into the drywall because there is a gas pipe behind the wall and you definitely don't want to rupture it. Doing that could potentially create a huge headache that you do not want. We're wiring an electrical outlet from an existing outlet. With that in mind, let me tell you when you should not do this project. If you have overloaded circuits, 2 or more large appliances on one outlet, code restrictions, or aluminum wiring. If you have any of these situations, you may want to consider using a professional electrician. Also, you may want to check the circuit capacity and verify the breaker rating so that you follow local code requirements. The goal here is to be a responsible DIYer. Here's the moment of truth. Let's see what's behind the wall. There it is, just like we thought, a gas pipe. Let me know in the comments, did you know there's a gas pipe behind the wall in your laundry room? And how did you know? Now here's where you want to use your auger drill bit that's made specifically for wood. I chose the 3/8 drill bit because I wanted a bit that would keep my drill smooth and not shaky, and I wanted something that would provide me with a clean hole for my wire. I'm glad my wife and the camera was there to see from the other side. The 3 studs all together behind the wall were a surprise, but we've got this. Drill as straight as you can through all of the wood until you get to the other outlet. Then feed the wire through all of the holes and both electrical outlets. Sometimes you have to make sure the hole is big enough for your wire to go through. Remember to take your time, there's no rush. The last thing you want to do is puncture the pipe or go through the other side of the wall. Okay, now it will fit. Step 4. Wire your outlets. I'll place my step-by-step outlet wiring video in the description in case you need it. For the record, this outlet will be a GFCI outlet, or a ground fault circuit interrupter outlet. It's a safety device designed to shut off electric power within 1/40th of a second to prevent electrocution, severe shock, and electrical fires. They're required in areas near water like your bathroom and kitchen. This is the point in the project I was waiting for, because I knew that the hard work was already done. So far, I feel pretty good and confident about what I'm doing. Placing the new extended outlet into the wall and covering it with the faceplate is very satisfying. We measured where the gas pipe was located behind the drywall, from the edge of the bathroom door to the stud next to the new outlet, and we took pictures to remember where to be cautious. Step 5. Install the first outlet. While at the home improvement store, I found some ground wire pigtail connectors. They're green to remind you that these connectors are only for ground wires. An electrical pigtail is a short 6 to 8 inch piece of wire used to connect multiple conductors to a single terminal or device like a switch or an outlet. I'm creating a pigtail because I'm connecting the house wires to my new wire. This is the way to give both outlets the power that they need. Some DIYers prefer to use these lever nuts to maintain a smooth connection on wires. They allow you to securely join solid, stranded, or flexible wires without twisting them. These are an alternative to traditional wire nuts. They work by lifting the lever, inserting the stripped wire, and locking it down. I have large hands that sometimes get slippery, so I'm using these rubber gloves to help hold smaller items. They also provide a non-conductive dielectric barrier that helps to protect from electrical shock and electrocution. Now add your wires to the receptacle. Tighten with your screwdriver and secure the wire with your long nose pliers. By squeezing the wires a little tighter, I found that they rarely slip off. This helps to maintain current going to and from the device. Secure the receptacle to the electrical box by screwing in the top and bottom screws. I gave the wire a slight tug to test for durability and to ensure that it was on tight. Step 6. Turn on the power and make sure that both electrical outlets are working correctly. Test both outlets using your plug-in electrical tester. So what did I learn from this project? Circuit breakers in older homes may not be correctly labeled. You may have to wire or rewire areas you did not expect to. And it's a good idea to take pictures and label your wiring before you start. This GFCI outlet has a green indicator light that lets us know that it's grounded and functioning correctly. You did it! Now you know how to add an electrical outlet from an existing outlet. Let's finish the project by placing the cut piece of drywall back in place. Screw it in at both ends and make sure it's in the center of each stud. This will hold it firmly in place and keep it from cracking. We went from an old laundry room setup to a new laundry room setup, and now we have an additional outlet for our new appliance.